Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Tina with Life in the Piedmont. We are making a very easy breezy 2-ingredient pizza. And this recipe that you'll see me making, I'm actually doubling it. The original recipe calls for 1 cup of self-rising flour to 1 cup of plain Greek yogurt. And because I doubled it, I did equal parts of 2 to 2. Now, one of the things I want to let you know that I noticed about this recipe when I made it at first was that I felt that the dough was too wet, and I had to add quite a bit more flour in this recipe. So the next time I make this, I think I'm going to cut back a little bit on the yogurt and do 2 to maybe 1.5, because I can always add in if I need to, but I just found the 2 to 2 ratio the dough was just too wet, and I had to continue to add some flour. But I mean, it didn't bother me to do it, but I'd rather just try and get it as close as possible. But so basically what I've used is a self-rising flour. Therefore, I won't need any type of yeast. And the best thing is I won't need to wait for any of this dough to rise. It is honestly one of the easiest 2-ingredient pizza dough recipes that I've ever made. You'll be blown away by it. It's also considered a relatively healthy dough because of the Greek yogurt that is in this dough. And see, you can see right there, my hands are just really wet with the dough. So you're gonna see me add quite a bit more flour to this, but I had to gradually add it. I didn't want to over add because you can never take out, but you can always add in, or put in, I should say. So we're just gonna continue mixing all this up, friends, and get it mixed up really nice and get our dough ready to spread out. So do you make pizza at home? I'm just curious how many people make pizza at home. Do you make your own crust, or do you buy it? Maybe even order and have it delivered to your house. But I can tell you this, if you're one of the ones who likes to order pizza, try making this. It'll change the way that you view your pizza, and it'll be really easy for you to do. I encourage you to always try and do something new that maybe you have not done. So there I go, adding some more flour. I just keep adding the flour in till I get it to the right consistency where it's not so wet on my hands. One of the things I loved best about this was that I didn't have to use any of the yeast because of the self-rising flour. So typically, when I make pizza, I have a recipe, which was my grandmother's recipe, and I actually did a video using her pizza dough recipe to make my dinner rolls. And you have to let the dough rise when you use yeast. So if you're in a hurry and don't have that extra 30 or 40 minutes to let your dough rise, then keep some self-rising flour on hand, because this recipe isn't just good for pizza dough. It's good for any other things that you choose to make, whether it's pizza dough, bread, dinner rolls. That's the one thing about self-rising flour. It has everything in it, so you don't need to worry about adding the extra if you were to make like a bread or a dough of something like that. So try this out. You may find that you really like this, and it can save you time. And I'm showing you here, I did can pizza sauce, and I'm out. I need to can more pizza sauce this next growing season that will be coming up too. So I have a couple of jars there, and we're going to get ready to spread this dough out. See how much nicer that dough is now? It's not really sticking. It's just getting evenly spread out. And so I'll have 2 pizzas. I'm just going to add a little extra flour there, just to make sure it's not too sticky or stick to these pans. Actually, friends, these pans, I absolutely love these pizza pans. This one here, I actually purchased at Aldi, and it's stuck. So let's glue it back together. There we go. Glued back together, no problem. Nobody knows there was a hole there. So yeah, I bought these pizza pans at Aldi. They were such a great buy, and I absolutely love them. The other pizza pan that you'll see me using here coming up, I bought it, I want to say at Kohl's many years ago. It's a Food Network one, and I love the pizza pans with the holes through it because that way it bakes evenly and makes your crust nice and golden brown. So I don't think I can get this dough spread out anymore. But you saw, I mean, that was a really good size ball there. That the dough, the recipe made one large pizza. So if it's just maybe 2 of you, this is plenty. I doubled it because there's 3 of us here, and there's always leftovers to make an easy lunch the following day. Especially if it's the weekends, because weekends are filled with chores and getting projects done around the house. And the last thing you want to do is have to stop and make a big lunch for everyone. So if I have something left over that I can heat up really quick, then that's what I'll do. I like to try and make lunches one of the easiest things to make. And here we go with the number 2 dough. That's the other pizza pan I was talking to you about that I had purchased years ago, I think at Kohl's. It was for Food Network. I think it's a Food Network one. And so I'm going to go ahead and just get this next pizza out and get this rolled out. I think it doesn't take me too long, so please bear with me here. So tell me, how often do you eat pizza? Yeah, I used to make it so much when my kids were growing up that I would make it at least once a week, and that was our fun treat night. We'd do like pizza and movies, or, during the summertime, or mostly during the winter, pizzas and movies. Because during the summertime, we grilled out a lot and we swam a lot. But here, I am drizzling some olive oil on the bottom of my pizza dough. I love doing that. It gives it good flavor. And then I have some dried herbs here, some oregano, some parsley, and I'm just going to sprinkle the dough with some of these herbs to give it some flavor. I will tell you, these herbs, you can purchase them, but these ones specifically, I did grow these herbs, and I dehydrated them from my garden over the summertime. Speaking of summer, how many of you are ready for spring? I know that I am. This winter has been so frigid cold, and I'm ready for it. We just had snow the other day, but not like I saw my friends up in New Jersey and up in New York have it. Here's my pizza sauce, which I need to make more of this next year. So, I am all about, friend, you can make pizza without having to can this stuff. If you have a jar of marinara sauce in your refrigerator on your pantry shelf, feel free to use that. If it's something that you use for your pasta, it still has all the same seasonings, and it works perfect for pizza sauce. So try the recipe out. You don't have to necessarily go buy pizza sauce to make this recipe. You can use pasta sauce, in my opinion. I think it works just fine. So we're going to spread our sauce around here and get that just all evenly around the edges. Doesn't that look delicious? So as I was saying, back to my story. So when I would make this for my, when my kids were younger, we would do pizza every weekend. I can't remember if it was Friday night or Saturday nights. So I would normally make 1 big pan or 2 big pans of it, pizza with different toppings. And sometimes I would do like little mini pizzas where they could have their own, and then I would buy different types of toppings. Normally it was sausage, pepperoni, that type of stuff, but you put on whatever toppings that you like. One of my favorite pizzas is a barbecue chicken pizza. I don't know if you've ever had that with a little thyme. Oh my goodness, friends, that is absolutely the best pizza ever. I love the flavor of that so, so much. And a margarita pizza, I love those as well. So on this night, I happen to have some shredded cheese. Yes, you can go and buy fresh mozzarella and you can shred it. That is fine. You can use different types of cheeses on your pizza, jack cheese, sharp cheese, mozzarella cheese, whatever. Parmesan, like you saw me sprinkle Parmesan on, but I happen to have this and wanted to use it. Pardon me. Sometimes I do make my life a little easier by buying the shredded cheese. I know it's not always the best because it really takes no time to buy it, but sometimes it just makes things easier. There we go. One pizza done. We got to come back in though. We need a little bit more spice on this. One of my favorite things to add to pizzas are red crushed peppers. I love to do red crushed peppers and other dishes as well. My chicken and my soups. It just gives it such a really great flavor. Well, let's add on some more pepperoni here because there's not enough on here. So we'll have 2 layers of pepperoni. Again, bell peppers, mushrooms, olives, ham, sausage. Even if you want sardines on there, put some sardines on there. And into the oven we go. And we are getting her done here. And I decided to, just to kind of talk through this with you. And I don't remember what I was saying there, but my pizza is just about ready and we're going to get it out of the oven and we're going to give it a great taste test. And hopefully everybody will enjoy it. So yeah, I hope everybody's doing well this evening. And look, there's the pizza. Doesn't that look delicious? Yum, yum. Now, if you want a thicker crust, then don't spread it out so thin, okay? This is a thinner crust. So you can determine your crust size. You want it thick. I've always wanted to kind of do a stuffed crust one, where they roll the crust up and they have it stuffed with like cheese and sauce and stuff, but I've yet to do that. So if anybody's done that, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Isn't that so good? Isn't that pretty? So we're going to get ready and taste this slice of pizza together, friends. I'm going to grab out a fork because it's a little hot for me, and I just thought it would be easier for me just to get a bite with a fork. Eat your pizza how you want, but for these filming purposes, we're going to try it with a fork right now. Just because, like I said, it's super hot. I don't want to burn myself and have the cheese go on me. But there you go. That's what it looks like. It took me no time. I think I put this pizza together in less than 30 minutes, maybe 30 minutes at the top. And yes, it's really good. The flavors in this were really good, and I think a lot of that has to do with the Greek yogurt. It just gives it a different type of flavor and texture. It was really, really good, and I have decided to keep this recipe and put it up and keep it in my recipe box. I know other people will enjoy this, and I want to make sure that I have it on hand for the future. Because it's so easy, it's equal parts, 1-to-1 or 2-to-1, 2-to-2. So it's up to you on how much you want to make. One pizza is 1 cup. of the self-rising flour to 1 cup of the Greek yogurt. And then from there, just double it. And you will have your pizzas. It'll make it really, really easy. So friends, yeah, I promise you, you will really, truly, honestly enjoy this dough. I hope that you try it. If you do try it, please come back and let me know, because it's always nice to know whether or not somebody tries a recipe. Have a great day. Be blessed, everyone.